I've been doing this for a long, long time. But, I originally did it because for my health, and then I thought, then it's for the planet. But whenever you really analyze it, this is why to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the numbers are. I've heard in North America it's 10 billion animals a year living in misery.
Land animals, yes, at least.
And well, just it goes on and on and on. I mean,
Why'd you become a vegan originally? For health?
For health, yeah.
25 years ago, did you say?
Yeah.
And you were just passing by and you saw us out here.
You're right.
And you were heading to the parts store?
Yeah, I'm going to get some parts for a car.
And so you did it originally for the animals, and then what happened for you? Because I think a lot of people will be curious to hear your story was meaningful.
Well, I think, the most sentinel book, if you will, that I read was Michael Pollan's Omnivore's Dilemma, right?
What was it called?
Michael Pollan's Omnivore's Dilemma.
Yeah, Omnivore's Dilemma.
Right. And then from that, I went on to read a lot of things in his bibliography, and what was great about it was it gave you the bigger picture of how our industrial food system has come to be. People have no awareness of how dependent on massive amounts of energy our food system is. I mean, people have no clue. And the story goes deep, and the world, I think it's the World Health Organization, has made the statement that the one thing you can do to save the planet is become a vegan.
Yes, they have actually officially said it's the number one.
And also, another fact, if you will, that living the Western diet, not just eating animals, but living the Western diet, is as consumptive as this, as our transportation system. And that's nothing fudge, It's just, and maybe a simpler way to say it is, if you just take the multiplier is a minimum of 20 to 1, but it can be as high as 50 to 1. I mean, just do the math. So anyway.
It's clear, and just in terms of the animals, when you learned about the suffering and the cruelty and the violence, when you saw us out here, you saw that's why we're out here, and what has that become to mean to you over the years? Once you stopped eating animals?
Well, I don't know how to express that. It just ain't fair, is what I'm saying, And my wife's a Catholic, and I'm a dyed-in-the-wool atheist, because if you take the concept of us being different than animals away, then we don't have the right to do this,
That's right.
But because we have a soul and they don't have a soul, you can beat the shit out of them,
And who's to say they don't have a soul? The interesting thing is speciesism is just the arrogance that we think just because we're different, we're better than them.
Right. Yeah, that's no doubt. I mean, that's obvious.
And just because we can, doesn't make it right. Right is what I think you're saying.
Right.
And also, the more I've only become vegan a little over a year ago, and I really didn't wake up until then. And the more I've become aware, I believe they do have a soul, and they have friendships, and we rip them apart from their families and their mothers. We break the bonds, and you see them cry and fear and pain. And I've heard it said that the question isn't can they reason, it's can they suffer.
Right.
Sounds like you've.
Well, I mean, you just think about everything about the system. Think about a milk cow, what they do to milk cow.
Yes.
And then, to use that term again, it's just so freaking stupid to think that as a mammal we should drink another species' milk. It's just. And I like to use this one. I always say this. Okay, you drink cow's milk. Which should you be drinking? Ape's milk or cow's milk? And it always.
Dog's milk or.
Yeah. And whenever you say it to somebody about ape's milk, of course they're appalled by it. But which milk would you drink if you were a thinking person?
And last thing, you look, you're a big guy, you're a healthy guy. What do you eat? Like anything but animals.
All plants, that's it.
Yeah, you have great meals.
Yeah.
Is your wife
Nah,
vegan
not
as well?
really.
Not really.
Yeah, she kind of struggles with. You know, I eat. Here's one for you. I don't agree with everything the gentleman says, but have you ever heard the term gomes?
Domes?
Gomes.
No.
See,
No.
greens, onions, mushrooms, beans, berries, and seeds. That's what you have to eat.
Oh, say it again. Domes?
Gomes.
And-
Greens, onions, mushrooms, beans, berries, and seeds. And here's another statement for you. If it doesn't have its natural fiber, don't eat it. And
Yes.
if you do that, then you become a vegan because there's no fiber in any animal product, and then it all gets simple. The paleo diet's bullshit because it's made up of oils and fats. You know.
Yeah, paleo.
Yeah.
Right. And animal. Isn't it also made up of animal?
Oh yeah, they're all. It's just another iteration of the Atkins diet. You know?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and it's also like, as long as it doesn't, I've heard, breed, poop, or, excuse the expression, fart, or have sex, and it grows from the ground, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I would have a problem with eating bugs, but and I like the statement. How did we get our vitamin B12 before? And it was mankind ate bugs, dirt, and feces. You want to eat bugs, dirt, and feces, you can get it too instead of taking the supplement. You know.
That's right. I should have added nervous system. If they, plants don't have a nervous system, and but it sounds like you know more than I do when it comes to the nuts and bolts.
Yeah, I've kind of studied it in some detail.
Thank you so much, and thanks for coming out here and just saying hi and acknowledging
keep up
us
the good work.
for what we're doing.
I just, like I say, I used to be passionate about it and talk to people about it, but I don't anymore because nobody gives a shit. You know? I mean, the end is nigh. Look who we voted into president.
That's why we're out here. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Take
thank you
care.
so much.
Still keeping an example.